Welcome everybody to another Voice of Nick show. We're going to be playing more Adventure Game Jam 23 games. We made a game for the Adventure Jam. That was the game that we've been working on for the past 10 days. So we submitted that yesterday. I'm really happy with how it turned out. And the idea of a game jam is that you want to rate other people's games, and the only people who can rate them are people who have submitted a game. So we earlier went through and played like maybe 4 people's games. They were all really cool. I rated them. I posted comments about what I thought. I posted a link to the video so that they could watch. And one of them actually did say like, wow, thank you so much for sending this video because it's really useful. So I'm glad about that. Now, first off, if anybody wants to play the game that we made for the Adventure Jam before we jump into everybody else's stuff, this is Young Homer. You can see it on the screen here. This is the game that we made for Adventure Jam 23. It's about Homer, the Greek poet Homer, as he is writing the story, The Odyssey. So you collect cards. It's like card-based thing, and you're collecting these story cards to add to your larger story that you're making, and you can upgrade them, and you can upgrade your performance skill, and there's all sorts of mechanics about the interplay between like adding more story versus trying not to mess up while you perform the story, and all sorts of stuff like that. So if anybody wants to play the game that I made, you can find it on itch.io. You can search for Young Homer, or you can go to the link that I'll end up posting in the description once I post this on YouTube. So we're going to start off by playing a couple people's games who reviewed my game. So I figure that's only courteous of us to go back and check out the people's games who checked out ours. So first we're going to go into this one. This is called Aelor Shackled. So let's jump into it. If anybody wants to find Aelor Shackled, you can do so right now. It's available on itch.io, and yeah, you can see it right here. So once again, there will be a link to this in the description of the video once it's posted as a video. It looks like this is playable in the browser as well. So what I will say, as I suppose I should say before each of these, because I'm timestamping these to send to the people who made each game so that they can find where their game is when I play it. And I will commentate exactly what I'm thinking at all times as I play, which hopefully for you, as I've found, that was the most useful way to get playtest data from people who played my game. And I hope that me doing the same can help you. So I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm just going to say exactly what I think. So, don't take it personally if I say something critical. It's only the thoughts that are going through my head. I hope that it helps you in terms of playtest data, if you ever are trying to, update your game or whatever, or if you just want to know how people are authentically experiencing it. Immediately, the art style is very striking. I think that's really exciting. This cover art, the background image, everything. The color palette as well. So let's go through this, check out the description, and start playing. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to turn this thing slightly down. Somehow my yeah, I guess my whole computer updated or something, and all my settings got changed. So over the last few days, we've been like restoring all my OBS stuff to normal. In the tranquil realm of Aelor, darkness casts its sinister shadow. The nefarious Mindweaver... Oh, okay, let's give it a... The nefarious Mindweaver has returned, shrouding the once peaceful forest in trepidation. As Alaric, a young sorcerer with boundless potential, you embark on a perilous quest to uncover the truth behind this looming threat. Armed with only your formidable magic, keen intellect, and indomitable courage, you step into the heart of the enigmatic forest. Unfolding before you is an ominous journey, filled with twisted enchantments and mysteries. The fate of Aelor rests upon your shoulders. Will you rise above the shadows and reclaim the realm from the clutches of darkness? Embrace the call of destiny and embark on an unforgettable adventure. Click to move. Okay. Oh, we got credits on there. I probably should have put credits on mine. I'm gonna write that in my notepad here. Add credits to game page. Done. Well, not done, but written. So we can download it, but we can also just run it. So let's run it in the browser. Yeah. So the first thing that shows up for me is that I wish that it disabled my default mouse cursor, which I'm thinking that that probably does happen when you download it, but maybe not when you play in the browser. So I'm just going to turn stuff down. For just exploring, battles will be easier. That's kind of nice. I didn't know there was a battle mechanic. That's also very exciting. Ooh, I like that they said made in 14 days for the game jam. That's cool. Okay, so click to move. Does it have WASD or? A cacophony, the shriek. I've read about it before. I must find out what's going on in the forest. Ooh, love the context sensitive. Oh, bees? Wasps? Oh, you buzzy fellas. Oops. Won't like smoke, right? Bzz, bzz, bzz. Bzz, bzz. Love that. Bzz. Huh. Perhaps they're from a different part of the forest. Probably shouldn't touch that. Bzz. Ah! Wasps. Angry, spiny wasps. If only I had something like kindling. Okay, so we have an inventory here. Can we go into the distance? There we go. Oh. There are dry leaves and twigs here. I could use these to start a fire. Alright, so maybe we can stick this here. I don't know how we're going to start the fire, though. Maybe this person is like a magician of some sort. Oh, that's cool that you don't have to drag the thing. Now I've placed the kindling, I can just ignite it. Ignis! Zzz! Oh, so that was just blocking my way, is why we had to get rid of it. Whoa, it looks majestic for a piece of rock. You're not like those other stones, are you? I sure don't have the muscle to move that, but my magic is jacked up. I wish that the inventory didn't block. It looks like the text, like the max height for the text is like the height of the screen, but it seems like it should be the height of the inventory because sometimes the text gets blocked. This log seems like it can hold me. Oh. Oh, right, because they have a magic staff. Wow, that looks deep. Oh, it is deep. Anybody there in the void? Void, void. I better move back before it stares back at me. Love it. Natura non contristare. There's a rune lock, but I don't know the combination. I guess mid alone won't work on this one. Love it. You're the one stone-faced son of a boulder, aren't you? That didn't work. Okay, it seems I gotta decipher the combination to get it working. Okay, so can I use like a gestural... It looks like sort of like directions for your wand to move or something, but maybe there's something involved with turning. Let's see what that does. Okay, so that's the same thing. Can I... Oh, wait, did it change the cursor when I... No. Oops, I didn't mean to click that again. One thing that I kind of wish is that the text would appear as it does automatically when you enter a like moment of the character speaking, but then that you had to click to progress the text, because sometimes the text is in both directions. It causes an issue because sometimes the text goes by too fast because I wasn't like, you know, like ready to read it yet. I was like looking at something else and it's like, oh crap, I missed it. And then sometimes, like right there, when I accidentally clicked it and it had like a 5 text string sequence, which was very, you know, obviously like I liked that moment, but when I clicked it again by accident, then I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to have to sit through that as it plays through in real time. I'd rather just skip through it because I've already seen it. Whoa, looks majestic for a piece of rock. So maybe this is a combo? Oh, there is a way to crack that rune after all. Aha! Oh, very curious. Even ominous. Definitely ambiguous. I just, like right there, I just made up a word for the last thing because I actually didn't read it in time. Obviously, I'm trying to say the words as they show up, but for anybody who doesn't, you know, read it fast enough for whatever reason. Oh, so you have to use the context-sensitive button. I think that's slick. So I do this and move this and... Oh. Lapis aperta statim! Oh, hello. Master Lo. What's going on? What have you done? Alaric. Forgive me, boy. I'm not myself. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Oh, so it's an active combat system. Interesting. Oh, it's an active turn-based. Uh-oh. That's a cool idea. See, I'm not throwing my shield up fast enough. Oh, I wasted that. Whoa! What the? I need lightning. Okay, so there's no mana meter, it's just press it as fast as you are able to press it. It seems like I've bested you, old master. Young Alaric, listen to me, boy. It has returned. The Mindweaver is back. Oh, so I can't click them. I feel like I would want to talk to them after. Ah! Deeper I go into the forest, I can sense the Mindweaver. I must tread carefully. Huh. Shrooms. There are so many of it. What's... Uh-oh. Whoa, that was awful. The releasing spores must have knocked me out. I better be careful and keep my distance if I'm to see the end of this. Oh, so maybe I have to accurately traverse. That's a fun little, little mini-game thing. This looks peculiar, so vibrant and green. Yeah, what I was saying though before the scene transitioned, I felt like we, that I as a player, after having to fight that guy and it seeming like there was some kind of mind control at work on him, my natural response would be that I would want to talk to him to ask him questions about it. because he's still standing there. And if you, there's two things that, number one, if he's standing there, I feel like I should be able to ask him questions, but the developer might also feel that they don't want you to be able to ask questions, so that's still mysterious. And if that's the case, there should just be a thing where the guy, instead of standing there, just runs away or something, like, I'm so embarrassed, I can't believe this happened to me, or something, you know, whatever story excuse there is. But I would feel like they should leave the scene so that you're not allowed to, so that it doesn't suggest to the player that they might be there to answer your questions. Uh-oh. Did it crash? Oh. I must have clicked outside the window. Okay. It's not clear to me where I can go, unless I could go there and it just got a little messed up. Yeah, he's kind of standing. He's like auto seeking where to go here, and he's standing on the things. Okay. No. I can see mushrooms in front of all these areas here, so it can't be this. Can I go back? Nope. It's also strange that, like, if you choose a spot that's outside of the clickable area, which I assume that's what's happening here, is like, I click here and you're not allowed to go here, so he just like path finds a spot. But in an area like this where it's punishing you for going to the wrong spot, I feel like instead he should just say like, oh, I can't go back or whatever, or, you know, or like, I can't go that way or something, you know, so that he doesn't actually walk there, but the game does acknowledge that you're not allowed to go. Instead of just having him kind of like, sort of like spaz out and go somewhere the player doesn't want him to. I feel like this has to be right. Yeah, okay. I had just clicked outside the window, I guess. Ow, definitely not touching those again. Whoa, those shrooms are majestic and so puffy. Can I click on any of them? Oh yeah. Alright, here I go bouncing, hoping for the best. Whoa. Wrong shroom. These big ones keep changing shape. I need to stay focused and find the right one. Okay, so it went like this. I wonder what the logic is for that. Maybe this? Maybe it always follows the color that you're starting on? Nope. I couldn't say that I understand what the logic of the puzzle was. To me, that was a situation where it was just like, pick 3 options, and then when you get the right one, you can progress. But I don't feel like I solved it necessarily. Oh, so it's actually changing the color of the mushrooms. Okay. Well, that worked. Again, though, I don't actually know that I feel like I solved it. Did that mushroom just move? Hey, who are you? Can't a fungusoid have some peace? A fungusoid? It's Mr. Shroombo to you, mate. Or Shrombo. Ew, a human. A magical human. Tell me what a fungusoid... I can show you some magic tricks in return. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do with him because I couldn't read that in time. I don't think this mushroom is edible. Sorry, Mr. Shrombo, I need to reach the heart of the forest, and I'm unfamiliar with that weed. It's sugarweed, mate. Look for the greenest weed, it's obvious. I can't see color, but everyone knows it's green, scentless, and seriously appetizing. Yeah, like this again, I feel like I should be allowed to skip this because I have already seen it. Okay, so I guess I'm collecting this resource. I'm guessing it's gonna be that weed that we saw in the middle of the mushroom maze. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you, game. Spawned me on top of the thing. Oh, the sugar weed is as green as can be. Doesn't seem tasty to me. Let's hope Mr. Strombo savors the taste. Okay, so is it changing the... It doesn't change when you take the same one. Now they have changed. Yeah, I don't know what the logic is of the different mushrooms. Is it that if you take a dark mushroom, it brings you forward, and if you take a light mushroom, it sends you sideways? Let's try that. So if that is correct, this would go forward, 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 sideways, sideways, forward, forward to the brambles area. Nope. Okay. So this one also sent us sideways. Okay, that sent us sideways. Is it, maybe it's that if he won't jump to the next lightly colored one, so he'll skip around it, but then if you do happen to land on it, it'll send you... I don't actually know, I couldn't tell you what the logic of it is, of the puzzle, I mean. Here's the weed, Mr. Strombo. Now, about that spell... Ah, well done, mate! I could use something for a duel, in case I encounter a sorcerer on my way back to Aelorix. Yeah, spell... Aelorix, are you mad? Well, you're human anyway. I have some useful... for the I feel like I'm a very rare case in terms of, like, player base. Nobody's gonna be reading it really as slowly as I am because I'm voicing it. But, you know, maybe for somebody who's, like, slower at reading, it might actually be a similar case to mine. Oh, let's full screen this too so that we can not worry about clicking outside the game. Okay, so we have this item, but I don't actually know what it does. Oh, you know what? I don't think the full screen... Oh no, it works, it works. That was just a glitch. Yeah, it might not actually supposed to be in full screen. I know that happened with my game where it the text all shows up in a tiny little corner if you full screen it. So on itch.io, I just told it, like, don't let people full screen it. Those thorny vines look treacherous. One more move and they'll tear me apart. Thank Mr. Strombo for that plant control spell. Contra naturam Aelor! Master Nostrad, what's become of you? Nostrad is no more, young sorcerer. Mindweaver, I'll be coming for you next, Aelorix. Your demise is what's next, Alaric. Whoa. Oh, crap. Damn, he's spawning magic mushrooms. Oh, crap. Ah. I wish, I think that when I'm playing, I'm wishing for a indicator of the damage dealt or the damage resisted. You better be ready, Alaric. Careful, Alaric. Don't let your pride consume... Oops. Okay. Oh, well, I don't think we would have been able to talk to him either. Maybe we would have. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like when I hit him, it doesn't feel as meaty as it would, or as it could. Like, if I hit him and the screen, like... I don't know if the screen would have to shake, but... it would... You'd want it to have, like, a... 20 or so. It would say like how much damage you did, and it maybe your bar would also say how much HP you have. Just something that makes it feel a little bit more like heavy hitting when you damage somebody. Hello, Alaric. What is that? You must be wondering when you hear me. You can still delve into your thoughts, young one. Leave my mind and leave Aelor. Go back to your abyss. I must commend your prowess, but I cannot allow you to disrupt me. I bestow upon them a gift by bending their wills, by enslaving them. Under my control, they shall harm no more. So be it, Alorix. Ah. No. Damn, this guy does a lot more damage than I do. Oh. So we can assume that he has a similar cooldown on his shield that we do, so we can sort of base our attacks based on when he has just thrown his shield. Uh-oh. No! Stop throwing attacks! Damn. Oh, see that? I'm timing it too late. Although it does feel like it should give you a break on those when, like, if you time it and it, like, right there, like, it actually impacts with the magic spell. Oh, that was a wasted shot. So it, like, hits the magic spell, but the magic spell still gets past it. Like, right there. Like, that should feel like a sort of, like, perfectly timed shield, but it's actually not working. Be gone now, you foul beast. Your dominion's no more. Foolish mortal. You believe you've triumphed over an adversary, yet all you've done is extinguish your savior. Thus the realm of Aelor was redeemed, thanks to the valiant efforts of young sorcerer Alaric. He vanquished the vile dominion of the Aeloriacs, freeing the denizens of Aelor from its clutches. His bravery shall forever be etched in the hearts of those he saved and celebrated in the timeless melodies of future bards. Cool. Yeah, I think that was really a great combination of adventure game and active combat system, which I didn't expect in an adventure game, so that was really cool. I think that the combat mechanic should... I think it would be nice if it displayed the damage that you're doing, and if it showed some kind of, like, thing when you block the attack, like either how much damage it blocked, or it just says like 0 or whatever, like as if it nullified the damage. I think the shield should... the timing for whether or not an attack gets through your shield should be changed, because a lot of times I would throw the shield at a point that I feel was just in time, and you could even see the shield come up while the fireball is like in line with it, but it would still, the fireball would still get through, because it seems like the shield has to be up before the fireball ever touches it. Which is, I don't know that, I don't know if that logically makes sense, but in like the vocabulary of video games, my video game playing mind tells me like that it feels like that should have blocked it when it doesn't. So for whatever that's worth. I think it's a really cool world. I like a lot, all the different sort of like wacky characters, and I kind of went a little exaggerated with my vocal you know, sort of like representations of them, but I think that they merit that kind of thing because they clearly all have very different personalities and stuff. And the idea of the world that's being sort of corrupted by this larger enemy and stuff, it makes me want to know more about the universe that it takes place in. So I really enjoyed that. I would like to see like a sequel or, you know, more of it and stuff. Like I want to know more about the world, and I want to be able to extrapolate and expand on my arsenal in the game, because it's one of the interesting things that the enemies could do was that they seem to have a larger vocabulary of spells, and as opposed to my guy who only had the 3, and it definitely evokes to me as a player that, like, you know, oh, it would be cool if I could get that lightning one or whatever, and you know, make use of that. And maybe you'd have to like trade out, like you'd have like 3 that you could equip and you'd have to trade them out or something, or some of them are more effective when they're used in combination with others. Like, for example, one of the things that was kind of confusing to me was the idea of the fire spell and the ice spell, which it didn't seem like they really... I think one of them was more powerful than the other, maybe, and then it also had a longer cooldown. But the idea that you're using elemental spells at least makes me think like, okay, well, maybe I have to make sure to use that in a way that is complementary because of the element. So, like, for example, if you use like a ice spell and then a fire spell, that you'd get like a melting bonus or something because you like froze the enemy, and then you like use fire, so it like, you know, did extra damage because it melted the ice or something, or you know, as opposed to the other way around when you heat them up and then it hits them with ice and it like melts on impact, so it doesn't hurt them as much, or, you know, so like there's like interesting things that it feels like it could have based on that. Obviously, it was made for a game jam, so it's like, I'm not saying that it should have had that for this, but I think that as far as like this universe, there's a lot of really cool ideas that you could do with the elemental spells. And yeah, like the way that the enemies had more spells, obviously that's like a right of bosses in video games, that the enemies, a lot of times the bosses have more powers than you do. But it would be cool if you could do, if they were elemental spells, for example, if the freeze spell was, you know, like they were like immobilized for a second or something, or maybe there are bosses that are immune to ice because they're like made of ice or whatever, and then you want to equip your fire spell instead of the ice spell or something like that. Yeah, I think that is a very cool combination of mechanics that I don't often see, or if I don't even know that I've ever seen it, like an adventure game that also has an active combat system. So I really want to see more of the world, and you know, I am excited to see what they do. So anybody who wants to check this one out, once again, it's called Aelor Shackled. You can see the name on screen right here. Oh, I don't know what. I guess I just quit the thing and it's stopped the music. So Aelor Shackled, you can see it here. I'll put a link in the description when it is, you know, when this video becomes a video on YouTube, and you guys can check it out for yourselves. We're going to take a second now. We're going to go to a break, and I'm going to just rate the game and write my little thing that I'm going to send to them after the show. So give me a second. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. I have written my stuff so that I can send it to them after the show. We're on a roll here. We started with a good one. I'm excited for this one. This is called In the Dark, and we're gonna check this out next. This is another person who rated my game, so we're gonna check out their game. So let's take a look at it. I'll say this like I do as we're saying at the beginning of all of these, impression sections, where as I play the game, this is also a message to the developer if they choose to watch this video. As I play the game, I will be just commentating with my genuine thoughts of what's happening. Nothing that I say is like personal, obviously. It is intended to be useful for you as a, playtest data. You're able to see exactly what I'm doing in the game, how I'm actually playing it, what I'm actually thinking. So hopefully this is useful to you as the opinion of a person who's impartial and experiencing the game for the first time. And to all who are watching, I hope you enjoy it. In the Dark. In this game, you live with your 2 roommates till you get swallowed by the abyss. Can you escape? Love that description. Let's open this in a new thing. I highly recommend that you play this game, as it took a lot of effort to make. Big thanks to Christian Kenyon, and you can discover the story for yourself. Have fun. You need to extract both files onto your desktop, then click the game file and it'll run. Okay. Note. The game is short, but there are lots of small things to find, so it can take from 10 minutes to 4 hours. Wow. Dialogue might be slightly offensive to some easily offended people. 3D voxel game. It is relatively straightforward and easy to play. Again, big thanks to Christian Kenyon for the music. The music is an absolute banger. I recommend you check out Christian Kenyon. Love the spreading the love for the people who helped out on the game. If you discover any glitches or bugs, I'd like you to know that I don't care and I am not updating this. Okay, until I get 1,000 downloads. Jeez, okay. It's funny, I like it. This took a lot of effort and is very well made. I hope you enjoy it. Yes, you need to open the folder and click the game file and hit extract, then scroll down to game and click it and it'll run. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. What's this one called? In the Dark. Let's see if I can do this correctly. I don't know. So, am I supposed to extract this? I don't know what a PCK file is. Oh, no, it said extract both files. So this is 2 files. So this is probably going to run. Ooh, okay. I love the sort of VCR aesthetic of the In the Dark on the left. Whirlybird saying, hey, just wanted to pop in and let you know I enjoy the podcast you do. It's really helped out. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. And welcome to the show. We're playing games from the Adventure Game Jam, which we just recently made a game for. Ugh, you wake up with a splitting headache. Oh. Oh. Okay, so it's like yeah, that type of, sort of, I don't know what you call that genre. When we played Elder Scrolls 1, it's like that, or, Megami Tensei is like that. Just some junk I'll clean up later. Okay, so we can click on items in the environment. You stare into the alarm clock angrily. It interrupted your beauty sleep. It seems like your character is too short for the environment they live in. I don't know if that's like intentional. I guess we'll find out, but as it is now, if our head is above, like roughly only above the bed, we're probably like 3 feet tall, I guess. So that seems strange. It's also weird that I don't know how voxel games work, but I get what they're doing with the floor texture, but it shouldn't move you up and down based on the floor texture. Like, there should be like an invisible floor above this texture so that you don't actually step into the cracks and then step above them again and stuff. Like, it's weird that when you're stepping, it's like rattling like that. So all the junk, I guess, is just unimportant to the game itself, or to like the mystery of the game or whatever, what we're trying to figure out. Interesting that there's 2 beds in the room. I wonder what that says about the story. Oh, I clicked something. It doesn't... Oh, it lets me free look. This is John's nightstand. Okay, so it's like 2 guys who live, or 2 people who live in the same room. We don't know. There's something on conspicuously sitting on the floor here. So, okay. I love that their closet is all the same shirt. That's a funny gag. Nice walk-in closet, huh? It seems like when they're pathfinding, they don't want to do a zigzag. You would want them to go all the way this way and then all the way that way. Because it's a little disorienting to have them go like every single, you know, thing they're changing direction. And it's also not necessarily necessary. Yeah, like I see what this is. Like the visual concept of it is that it's like a carpet or whatever. But it feels like there should be an invisible surface, like, and so when you're walking on it, it should be similar to when you're walking on this, that you're not actually jumping up and down, because I assume what's happening is that the player object is stepping inside of the little holes. Hello. Hey, out of the way, I'm watching TV. Breaking news, mysterious disappearances near old buildings. Oh, that sounds pretty bad. Hey, out of the way, I'm watching that. Okay, so we seem to live with at least 2 other people. We know the one's name is John, so we've accounted for him. We don't know where the bedroom of this other person is, if they live here. Yeah, so for example, I don't know if we're like this person's child, but we're clearly very short compared to the other characters. Which, you know, the game developer knows, I guess, whether that's a bug or a feature. I suppose we'll find out. But if the idea is that we are the same age as them, I guess we could just be a very short person. That is a possible storyline concept in the game. But it seems like it's an unnecessary thing to introduce to the player if that's not relevant to the story. So we'll find out if it is or not later. Do you remember all the times you made 3-course meals at 3 a.m. on this thing? Good times. You take a sip of this cloudy yet much cleaner water. The fridge has a few bottles of vodka, a carton of milk, and cheese. Oh, hey there, broski. I'm making breakfast for my favorite roomie. That's you, bro. Now where are the eggs? Go outside. Okay, Timothy. Okay, Timothy, I'm going to the drugstore to get you some eggs and myself some headache medicine. You bought eggs and headache medicine. The fact that there's a person behind the counter makes it feel like I'm supposed to be able to talk to them. And the reason I say that, because obviously if you're building a scene where it's just like, okay, well, I want it to feel like a grocery store, so I'm going to put a person behind the counter. And yet, the thing is that there's nothing else on the shelves. So it's obviously like an abstraction of the idea of a grocery store. It's not meant to be like realistic in that sense that it's like, oh, we stocked every shelf because we felt like it had to be filled out. So then putting a person behind the counter, the fact that it, like, there's literally two things in this store. It's the things you're supposed to buy and a human being. And so the fact that there are those two things makes it seem like you should be allowed to interact with both of them. It's not really important, I guess. It's just a strange thing that it's like, it seems like I should be able to talk to that person, or that they shouldn't be there. Or that they should just be a static object and not moving around. That would probably work too. The fridge has a few bottles of vodka, a carton of cheese, and milk. Other way around. Oh, eggs. Thank you. Now we can have breakfast. Timothy dropped the keys to the attic. Oh. Do I have them then, or? Okay, yeah. Key to the attic. So the attic was... Maybe it was that... Oh wait, there's other rooms here. Why didn't I notice that before? This is our room. Oh, you know what? I probably just took a right. Yeah, I didn't actually go left. Bathroom. Okay. You take a sip of the brown water as your throat feels like a crisp desert. Looking at the toilet makes you want to vomit. Ew, this thing has green water. Ugh. Will John ever learn basic hygiene? I kind of wish that it said, I suppose now we're in, oh no, we didn't get to the attic yet, I guess. Or maybe we just don't lose the key. It should say when you open that door, like, you use the attic key. Just to make it feel like the player accomplished something in that sense. Yeah, like the... yeah, the way that it path finds like that kind of hurts my eyes. It's Timothy's nightstand. Timothy's bed. It smells like beer and women. You find an axe in the box. You grab it. You already grabbed the axe. You already grabbed the axe. Okay. It can chop stuff. So it's not immediately clear to me why there is a quest log and equipment screen, but I guess we will find out. What would we do with an axe? I can't seem to click on any other stuff besides the box. I guess Timothy lives in the attic of the house. Is this Timothy? He's changed his spot. Okay, so he's still doing that. Oh, he's still saying where are the eggs. Maybe we can get the breakfast now? Is it in the... on the stove? Okay. It definitely says a lot about who these people are that the fridge has those things in it. That they're probably college students, I guess, if they only have bottles of vodka and milk and cheese in the fridge. Okay, so maybe we can go outside with the axe. Maybe there's like some tree or something. It's not clear what we're doing in the game, but that's not necessarily a problem in an adventure game. Okay, he says again that he's gonna go to the drugstore. Maybe we can go around the house? Okay, we can't leave this sidewalk, it looks like. Well, let's check the drugstore again, I guess. Okay. Still can't talk to this guy. I wonder what we're supposed to do with this axe. Okay. Maybe we'll go back to our room from the beginning. Can't think of anything we would do with the axe in the bathroom. Now there's two rooms. There's one that was the attic, and there's one that was our room. Those are the only places to go. That, the drugstore, and this part of the house. This is the bathroom. So then, I guess it would be this. It's also not really explained to me how I am supposed to use the axe. It seemed to have context sensitively used the key, so we probably don't have to do anything special to use the axe. We could just click on something. Wow, this guy has a lot of red shirts. I feel like, and I don't want to sound, well, I won't qualify the statement, but in adventure games, text is usually like the most important aspect, and I think that I know that it's a game jam, like a 2-week thing, but I feel like they could have done another pass on like proofreading the text, because there's like a lot of spelling mistakes and grammar and mispunctuation and stuff, and I know that some aspect of that is like stylistic, like using all lowercase letters is a stylistic choice, but a lot of the other stuff just seems like unintentionally done, like parts where it seems like they're missing a period or something, or other things. You smash the plank with an axe, ah! Like that, for example, like that would have a punctuation right there to say, like, you smash the planks with the axe, period, ah! But again, it's a game jam. It's very hard to make a game in a small amount of time, so. Sylvis, hello, welcome to the Abyss. Lucky you, your house was connected to this place. Again, abyss, period. Lucky you, exclamation point, your house. I love this. But you're here, so this place is where souls go that meet neither heaven nor hell. It is a blank space that unfortunate souls are imprisoned in for eternity. I don't know how I got here, but I've been here for a long time. But since you're alive, you can help me leave. In here is a labyrinth which contains 10 spirit crystals. Fetch those for me, and we can both leave. Okay, I'll meet you when I collect the crystals. He disappears. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is like being in the, what's that ride in Disneyland? Space Mountain? I should get the gems and talk to Sylvis. Yeah, it's Space Mountain where you're in like that dark room and it's like, I'm just gonna turn the... Oh, you can't turn the music down, I guess. I can save the game. Let's do that, just in case. In Space Mountain, where you can only see the black, and then you can just see little stars. This is a cool idea for a game concept. I kind of feel like the opening, now that we've seen what the game actually is, the game really buries the lead by forcing you to do that opening sequence of like innocuous tasks. And I get that it wants to establish this kind of like tone of like that you're thrust into another world, but they probably could have had the opening be significantly shorter. You got a crystal. Okay. How many crystals do we need? 10? Because if this is the game, you know, I feel like you could... We spent like 10 minutes doing the opening sequence, and I feel like it should have been like 1 minute or less. Because obviously I'm like interested to play the game, but I think if somebody was playing it who just like came in off the street or whatever, like they would say like, oh, well, I don't see where this is going, like, you know, and they might sort of lose patience. So we're following the rule, the time-tested strategy of how to get through any maze, which is you always hug the left wall and you'll reach every single point in a maze. So we're going to do that because we don't have many other options of how to find our way through this. Oh, hello. Wait, I don't have enough crystals. I'll go get some more. Once again, I get the lowercase thing. Like, it doesn't have to be a capitalized W or capitalized I. I know that a lot of people use that as a stylistic choice. But, like, wait, period. I don't... Like, even that, like, apostrophe T, I don't really care, but wait, I don't have enough crystals, I'll get some more is, like, not one sentence. That's 3 sentences. Or at least 2 sentences. But again, I don't, you know, I don't know this person's, like, level of English speaking. I shouldn't, you know, knock it too much, but it seems like they have pretty clear understanding of, like, colloquial English, so it's probably their first language. Or at least that they've spoken it for a long enough time to understand it pretty well. And so based on that, I feel like, just another level, another pass of proofreading would have helped a lot. I also feel like it should... Oh, did we get all 10? What does it call it? A soul crystal that can what? A crystal that Sylvis needs. Okay, okay. I like the simplicity of that statement. So once again, we're just going to hug the left wall. Okay, now we're back at the beginning. As I mentioned, hugging the left wall will get you out of any maze, no matter what. You might not do it the fastest, but it also won't make you get lost. So for anybody who ever gets themselves stuck in a maze, it's a good thing to keep in mind. I think Sylvis was around here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, splendid. You have all the crystals. However, the Man of Shadow has found us out. I suggest that you run back to the start of the maze. Ah! Is he, like, chasing us, or...? Ah! So yeah, he is chasing us. I like that. Got him. You see 10 crystals. Oh. You see, 10 crystals is only enough for one person to leave. Many thanks for taking my place. I will be taking those gems. Thank you for understanding. No, I deserve to leave. Okay then, change of plans. You die here! Okay, what do I still have the axe? Am I holding it now? It looks like I threw it away. Ah! Oh, see, the problem was that the click button, or the attack button was the same as the skip text button. So I accidentally skipped whatever happened in the story there. I feel like that should be unskippable for a certain length of time to prevent players from accidentally doing that. You return home. Man falls into abyss. So it all started. I made eggs. Where's Broski? He's on the news. Huh. So, huh. I don't know what it all meant. Very mysterious ending. I'm curious why there was a news broadcast about the Abyss thing. Like, I don't know how the news was aware of the Abyss in the first place, or that whether or not someone fell into it. It makes me want to know more about this universe. I really like the idea of this purgatory realm that we got sucked into. Cool. I think that it has a very strong, like, world building concept, like the idea of getting sucked into this other abyss. The idea that it doesn't really explain a lot of things about how that happened is always like an engaging mental thing, because then it makes the player have to think about all of the ideas of how it happened and fill in the blanks themselves, which obviously makes it more engaging. I think that it being an adventure game and most of the mechanics being based on interacting with things that involve text is the most important thing in this game, aside from the like maze mechanic. So I would say that it would be pretty important for the developer, if they were going to expand the game, to do another proofread on their text, or ask someone to look it over and proofread it for them. Maybe if they're not like confident with their English, like if they're not a first language English speaker, to try and see if someone can look it over for them. Because I think that some of it is stylistic. For example, here, this uses punctuation and capitalization, and so does this. And other things do too, like this uses it. But then when you talk to these people, they're like not punctuated most of the time. Like, hey there, broski. In the same sentence, I'm making breakfast for my favorite roomie. That, not apostrophe S. Like, those things seem like mistakes. Like the person just didn't check or pay attention to how this stuff was written, like or the punctuation of it. There's obviously like a intended cadence to the dialogue. Yeah, but it like there's certain parts where it just seems like it's not doing it intentionally. And it was just unintentionally mistyped. So yeah, I would say another pass on the punctuation. And I think the mechanic with the maze is cool. I like the idea of that world. I think that's the strongest part of the game, which I understand then why the game is called In the Dark. But I think there should probably be some other aspect of the maze mechanic, like maybe, because I don't really have any concept when he says like the Man of Shadows is chasing you, get your way out of the maze. I don't really have any concept of like how close he is. And he seemed to have, if he was chasing me, he was going very slowly. So I don't know what you would necessarily do to like indicate how close he is behind you or something, or maybe have a thing where you could look behind you and see where he is or something. But there's kind of like an aspect of like, if we're comparing it to the Slender Man games or something, where like looking, and checking behind you is like a big part of it because you're trying to see if he's there. And I think there's missing some aspect of that in the maze part. But I think the maze is the strongest part of the game, and I would be interested to see more stuff involving this world, maybe even outside of being mazes, like other things that take place in this like nether realm or whatever. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. And thank you for making the game, to the developer of the game. So let's take a look at the page. Anybody who wants to check it out for themselves, the game is called In the Dark. It's on itch.io right now. You should go check it out for yourselves, download the game, and play it. I will go review the game now and write my thoughts that I'm going to put in the comment. I hope that this person wants to see this video. I feel like it almost like they're kind of like averse to changing the game. I don't know if this is like partially true, that they like are averse to hearing criticism or like suggestions. Because I know that they made like a joke about it, but they also seem kind of flippant about like hearing anything about what they've made. So I don't know. We'll post it like with everybody's game, like what I think, and I'll show them the video. And to the developer, if you are watching the video, I hope that you don't take my comments personally. Obviously, I'm not saying anything about you as a person or about your abilities or anything like that, but I am only saying what goes through my head while I'm playing the game, just like any other person would do privately. The difference is that you being able to see what I'm thinking hopefully helps you to understand how a player outside of yourself would play the game. So I hope that is useful to you. So ladies and gents, we'll be right back. I'm going to go do this review process, and then we'll come back with another game. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody. We are still playing Adventure Jam 2023 games. We've done 2 on today's episode. We're going to jump into another one. This is called Robot Life V1. And, I'm going to send this to everybody whose games I play, I will send them the video because I assume that to any developer who makes a game, it is very useful to be able to see somebody authentically play their game and be able to see a video of exactly what they did and hear their thoughts as they go. So to the developer who made this game, if you choose to watch the video, then I will tell you now that whatever I say, good or bad, it's not personal. It is simply I'm going to be saying exactly what's going through my head as I play the game, in the hopes that hearing those thoughts of a player who is, impartial and has never seen the game before, in the hopes that hearing those thoughts will help you to, understand how other people play your game and how other people perceive your game. Hopefully that is, valuable to you as a developer, because I know that for me, developing my games, that's like gold to me. It's hard to get authentic opinions like that, especially because somebody who writes a comment is, thinking about what to say or what's the most important thing they want to tell you or whatever. So this is just going to say literally everything that's going through my head, and hopefully you find that useful. So let's go in here. This is called Robot Life. Let's see the game page. Okay. I respect a game that will just say the game speaks for itself, like it doesn't need a description or explanation of the game. So let's download it. We're putting them all in folders because a lot of these people's games like this, it says like game 3 or whatever. A lot of people's stuff is just called game. So it can be kind of hard to differentiate them if you don't put them in their own folders. Okay, so let's just extract this. I didn't check what system this is for. Does it say? Well, let's just see if it runs. Oh, this one is Aelor Shackled. We're done with that. Main, I assume that's what it is. Ooh, we have a new one. Model MG2085, I guess. It's been a while since the defective ones didn't fall to us. Do you remember anything? Ah, but it doesn't matter. Just reboot the SD card. A left, right, D right, space jump, E use. Ooh, okay. Oh, I love that animation. Okay, I can't crush the cockroach guy. MES. I don't know what that means. The memory's recovered as far as I can see. It's good. Uh-oh. Ah, I skipped something. Be careful, there are thorns. I love the little robot's character model. I also like the idea that his friends or the people he's interacting with are cockroaches. So it really strongly implies that there might be some end of world scenario that happened. Because cockroaches are, largely assumed to be the only living being that can survive an apocalyptic scenario. Okay. Ah, okay, I get it. I don't know what these blue things are. I don't know if they're collectibles or something. I keep pressing E and enter when I'm next to them and they don't do anything, so maybe they're just window dressing. But they're too conspicuous, it feels like, to not be something important, like a collectible or something. I also wish that since the controls are A, D, space, and enter, it feels like the interact button should not take my fingers off the D key, because I should still be able to walk, and there's no reason to, for example, to not have the interact button be shift for if you have to use the enter key as interact, because then I could still walk around and press the interact button. Oh, I forgot to hit this. Oh, jeez. Okay, so... Can I jump on top of this? Nope. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I could use that as a way of getting around this, because I don't think I'm going to be able to make that jump. Damn. Yeah, like if I do that, I'm definitely not going to make that. It's also strange that I can hold the E key to open the doors and close them again, because at least as far as we've gotten in the game, there doesn't seem to be a reason that you'd ever want to close the door. Damn, I can't get this jump. I don't know if this is what it wants me to do. I don't see any other way that we would get out of this other than trying to get on top of this. But that doesn't really... It feels like I'm doing something that the developers didn't want me to do if I do this. Yeah, see, for example, that blue thing down there looks like a collectible, but every time I've gotten near one, it has not picked it up. Ah. Damn, I can't... So it does actually want me to platform on these things, but it's like very hard to... It doesn't feel like it's tuned to really allow me to, you know, like, use it. Ah, damn it. Yeah, like I'm having a really hard time making these jumps. I feel like I like the idea of what this is doing in terms of like this room's puzzle, but it feels like it's too early in the game to ask the player to do such a mechanically complicated jump. Let's use... I'm gonna take my hand off of the enter key. We'll just use our right and our left hand. So that worked. I don't feel very confident in my ability to... Damn it. Like, I get what they want me to do. You have to jump left and then right to get away from the thing, but mechanically it doesn't really allow me to do that. Because if I'm impacting... Damn. If I'm impacting with the ceiling, or rather, if I'm moving, it, like, doesn't jump sometimes. And so I have to, like, jump, then go left. Oh my god, I actually... Yeah. Yeah, like right there, every time I'm falling off of this thing, I'm actually hitting jump, but it's like not even looking like I'm trying to jump, because the character is not initiating the idea of jumping at all. It's not that I'm like missing the jump, it's like the game is not taking my input. Yeah, like right there. Ah, yeah, but all these times I'm trying to hit jump, and he just won't jump. Like right there. I'm gonna say when I'm hitting jump. 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 See, it didn't jump. Jump, 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 jump. Yeah, that one kind of did. Jump, jump. Nope, nope. Jump, jump. No. Yeah, it's like not doing it. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say that that's probably... Oh, I'm so stupid. The blue thing was the mouse cursor. I thought that it was like a collectible. I never even realized that it was in the same spot every time. I was like, why is it inside this thing? So that's my fault. But I suppose that that is also something to look into, that like the mouse cursor should probably disappear because there doesn't seem to be anything to do with the mouse cursor. Oh wait, unless, can you move this? Hold on, let's die again. The fact that it says up, down, left, right is interesting. I don't know if that's mechanically significant. It doesn't seem like I can do anything though with it. No. Yeah, so I would say, so really cool. I like the world. We were already starting to come up with ideas about like what this world is and stuff. I'm interested to learn more about it. Like, is it apocalyptic? Like, what are these robots doing? What are we trying to leave? You know, are we escaping something? Are we, you know, what's our objective? And all of that stuff is well executed because it makes the player think about all those things and want to learn more. I love the robot's character design. I love the animation of the robot. I think that the level design becomes like the skill sort of curve is too steep because where the way it's asking you to jump on those platforms, you should either have it be that the platforms have more space. So like imagine if it's like that and you can really jump onto it and then up. And it's also, if the jumping has to be so technical, I think that you should look into the developer should look into a little further into like how they can tune that jumping mechanic, because it seems like a lot of times if I was moving and then I tried to press jump, like soon after I started moving, it wouldn't do a jump at all. Like it would just not jump. So it became pretty frustrating to the point that I actually felt that I could not progress in the game and stop playing it. And I did really give it a try. I tried a lot of times. I tried everything I could think of, but I just couldn't progress. So I think it's a really great setup and animations and concepts, and I think the gameplay mechanic is strong. But I think that the level design has to be examined a little bit. And I think that, yeah, I think it would be solved by just making it less mechanically demanding from the player. Like if it's a platformer, like give them a bunch of levels to do that are easy and then make it slightly harder, not like, you know, a million times harder. So, but yeah, maybe other people who are watching the show are better at platformers than I am. So, ladies and gents, if you want to check out the game, it's called Robot Life V1. It's right now you can find it on itch.io. Go search for it, play it yourself. Tell me about how terrible I am and how much farther you got than I did. Give it a look. And yeah, great job to the developer. Thank you for making it. Now, ladies and gents, I'm going to write my little comment in a text document so that I can send it to them later. And we'll be right back. So hang tight. All right, ladies and gents, we're back. We're playing more Adventure Jam 2023 games, and we're going to jump to the next one. I basically, at the beginning of this episode, we started by playing games of people who reviewed our game. I wanted to obviously like prioritize the people who, I don't know what their ratings were, but I appreciate that they rated our game and left comments about what they thought. So that's very nice of them, and I wanted to make sure to return the favor by playing their games. So we started by playing those, and then I was just on the page of like randomly selected games from the jam, and I picked a few that looked cool to me. So we've been playing through those. Now we're in Ordinary Hour. This is another one that I just found on the the front page of the game jam with the random filter turned on. So let's take a look at it. I'm saying this at the beginning of every one of these sections. After the video is done being live, once it goes up on YouTube, I'm going to post timestamps to where all the games are, so people can find specific games. I'm going to post links to each game that I play, so that you guys can play it for yourselves. If you go into the video description, you'll see that stuff. And I'm also this is a message as well for the game developer. When I leave a comment, I'm gonna say, let them know that I recorded a video of myself playing and narrating it. And I will say to the developer that whatever I say, good or bad, on this video, it is not personal. It is simply the thoughts that are going through my head. I'm going to say anything that comes to my head while I'm playing the game in the hopes that it is useful for you for playtesting purposes, in order to understand, like for player feedback purposes. Of course, we can show games to our friends and family and whoever, but their opinions are always going to be slightly biased. So hopefully you being able to see exactly what I'm doing in the game and also what I'm thinking as I play it, hopefully that will be useful to you in order to understand how an impartial player experiences your game who has never seen or heard of it before. So I hope that's useful to the developers, and I hope that viewers also enjoy. This one's called Ordinary Hour. Let's go to the game page. Cool. For the Adventure Game Jam 2023, a very short game about delivering foods in one beautiful town. After Noah's move out to the new town, his uncle asked him to help with his restaurant, Diner Devil. At this hour, Noah's task is to deliver food to all those people who are hungry. Remember, not all these people are strangers. Okay. It looks like a cool art style. I don't think I have an unzipping, a RAR file unzip. Is 7-zip one of these? Can I extract these? Let's say extract here. Okay, that worked. Art stuff. Oh, are these just like key art things? Love that. Love the art. That's a cool thing. It's like a little, like when you get a special edition of a game on Steam. It seems like the game plays at a very loud volume. Hey, wake up! Finally. I cooked some pancakes for you. Here, have breakfast. After you're done eating, deliver these boxes. Hurry up, before their food gets cold. And say hi to your friends for me. Oh, whoa. So it's a full camera, third person game. I really like the thick outline art style. Okay, I didn't see any controls. Did I see controls on here? Let me just check. No. Okay, so we'll just figure it out. I'm sure we can figure it out. Oh! Okay, E was the interact button. That was cool. It's like first person. Haven't got a TV for a while. I still don't know how to use it. No food yet. Only rotten food. No time to change clothes now. It feels like the animation of the running, it's a nice animation, but it feels like it plays too slowly. Like, he feels like he's floating a little bit. I think it would work better if the animation was like maybe twice as fast. Because based on the speed of the player, his foot is like, when it hits the ground, it's like moving forward. The foot that's touching the ground is moving forward without raising again. Oh, I have a sprint button. Okay. Whoa, I love that. Love that. See, that feels like it's the right speed. I'm having a problem as well seeing where I'm going because a lot of things are getting in the way of the camera. This looks like the right speed animation, but the other one's a little too slow. Diner Devil. I want to like look for those things in the corner or something. I don't know if that's a mechanic in the game. I don't really know anything about making 3D games, but I feel like there's probably some way to prevent against things like this where you go inside of objects. Like right here, for example, it seems to have done something that pushes the camera away from these objects. But it doesn't seem to be doing it all the time, so I often get stuck inside of... the camera gets stuck inside of objects, so I would suggest to the developer of looking into how to maybe do that a little bit more often to like it could either move the camera, because sometimes it's moving the camera like this to get around the object, or it could just like in Metal Gear Solid 4 and a lot of games, it'll just fade out the pole when the camera would otherwise cross over with it, so that it just becomes transparent. The camera doesn't move, but the thing is no longer visible. Either one of those would work, I think. Businessman. Hey, Noah. Still lazy as ever, huh? Try sprinting, which is shift for a bit. Ooh, I can jump. What are these kids doing? Looking at a telephone pole? It's funny that I can't interact with them, so it's just like, that's what they're doing. Like, there's no explanation for it. That's really good. I really like the visual style of the game. Okay, so I guess we're going up to anybody who has this, which is probably indicates people you have to deliver to. I keep trying to interact with everything, as I do in any adventure game. I just click on everything. Ah, you took long enough. Listen, I got no time. I have jobs to do. I even need to take care of the laundry. My wife is going to kill me for this. I'm actually the owner's daughter of this restaurant, but, sort of... Sora, get down there! Yeah, it's a really nice effect that the outline is always... I don't know anything about 3D games, again, but the fact that the outline is the same boldness even back there for the outlines of buildings, like it's a very strong effect visually. Oh, so we have one, I think that's saying we delivered 1 out of 11, but let's see if that's what that means. Yeah, thanks. There's this recent hit and run incident lately. Sadly, my father is part of it. He's always doing his morning jog and he looks happy every day, but now he's laying in his bed. He can't jog. I hope you're okay, Father. Interesting. Oh, it's you, Noah. If you're having a headache of who I am, I'm Willow, your class president. Say, might I ask you a question? Choose one Lovecraftian monster. Cthulhu, Chthonid, Nyarlathotep. Well, both of these are... I don't know about Chthonid. Ah, the well-known monster from the Lovecraftian novels. The strongest, but not the strongest at all. Hold on a second. Okay. Each drawing you see of Cthulhu is pretty identical, a combination of an octopus and a dragon. However, if I were you, I would rather not meet him face to face. It's said that meeting Cthulhu will destroy one's sanity. Just like how you witness the truth, how you're living with lies, getting used to escapisms and coping, but never realizing how painful it really is. To be reality is. I'd say I really like him, but I don't know, not that much. Oh, that must be my okonomiyaki. Oh, so it's an okonomiyaki restaurant that we run? Or maybe it's like a place that serves everything. Never expected you to have a job, Noah. It's been a week after you moved in here. Such a hard worker you are. My sincerest thanks. I played some platformer games before. I'm familiar with this coyote jump thing. You know when you're falling, there's a short amount of time you can jump? Oh. All these kids are looking up in the air. It's kind of freaky. Thanks, I guess. This is supposed to be my chance with Sora, but I can't go up to the roof. That selfish brat. Playing with his Nintendo Switch every day. Oh, I don't think I can... There we go. Welcome to the ramen house. Want to have a break and eat ramen? You don't have your money with you. Sorry, we're closed today. If it isn't my best bro, Noah. Oh? Cool, my ramen. Oh, I've been craving this. Your uncle has the best ramen, Noah. 10 out of 10. What are you doing outside school? Oh, I was scolded. My grades are, you know, bad. But I won't give up. Noah, you'll help me study, right? I love that. No, no, no. No. That's a yes for me. That was funny. Let's take a quick look at the game page again. I wonder, so I know that a lot of games utilize Japanese aesthetic, but I suppose this person is, the developer is Japanese. Because they, like, even among Americans who know what Japanese food is, you don't often hear about okonomiyaki. There's not a lot of Americans who know what that is. Even the ones who like Japanese culture So that was what made me say, like, wait, maybe this person is Japanese. I guess I'll do my my commentary in Japanese then. 僕、日本語も少し話せるから、多分僕のコメンタリー、日本語で、ここから日本語で、コメンタリーします。ゲームのアートスタイルが大好きだ。この、ボルドのアウトラインが、とても、気持ちいいアートスタイルだ。全部の、この街、とても、雰囲気がいい。ゲームが気持ちいいと思う。Yes. Burger. Yeah, that's my future wife. Let's share this burger together. I like that I move slower. こんな速さ。Oh. Hi. Is that my cake? Maytune, right? Yeah, that's me. Thank you. Strawberry cake is my favorite. Just so you know, it's my birthday today. Do I care? Happy birthday. Thank you. Mm, 僕のさっきのゲームクリエイターさんは、英語わかるでしょけど、僕、このアニメーションがちょっと遅すぎると思う。足が、地面にちょっとスライドするですね。これは、こんな速さは完璧だと思うけど、そしてアニメーションもとても好きだ。けど、このアニメーションはちょっと遅すぎると思う。But it's probably not necessary to explain it in Japanese as well, because I'm sure the developer knows what I'm talking about in English too. Hello, weird stranger. Oh, fried chicken. I ordered a fried chicken earlier. Wait, is that our fried chicken? Ophelia? Yeah, that's Ophelia's name. Thanks, delivery man. Chicken, chicken, chicken. For my big sis Madoka and me. Big sis really likes chicken. Am I a responsible daughter, Mr. Delivery Man? I can't deny that. I'm doing this for my mommy, too. You know, before living here with Grandma Mara, there's this big, hairy, meanie monster. This meanie monster is so mean. He punched Mommy, and he even slapped Big Sis Madoka. Back then, Mommy leaves the stove on. Then, boom, our house is on fire. And the big monster's angry. He's playing with the fire children, too. He even screams loud like, ah! Mommy carries me first with Big Sis. It was hot and I can't remember. Oh, and there's this one time when me and my Big Sis Monica was buying foods, and I saw Mommy on the road, and Mr. Carr just pushed her so far. And then Big Sis covered my eyes. She said, "Don't look, Ophelia. Mommy is fine." I don't know what that means, but I think Mommy hasn't been sleeping lately. Maybe that's why she's sleeping too long. Big Sis Monica told me she's sleeping, but she said she's never been hungry. Mommy also loves fried chicken, though. へえ。そんな、全部他のゲームはとても、雰囲気いいけど、その話の部分はとても悲しいですね。そんなゲームですか？ちょっとびっくりしてた。秘密。へへへ。Yes, eat up, my little subject. My sweet, adorable little subjects. Excuse me? Ah! Silky? Yeah? My fruit salad. Thanks. I'm not doing anything weird. I'm just feeding these ants. Yeah. Do you like trees? Yeah? Oh yeah, I like trees too. Sorry, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. I'm sorry that I sound fine or even I look weird. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm sorry. さっきは、一人のキャラクターはお好み焼き注文したから、僕、日本人のゲームクリエイターかなと思った。アメリカには、あんまり人々はお好み焼き聞いたことない。実はね。それから、これは日本人のゲームクリエイターかもと思った。アメリカには、ロサンゼルスか、ニューヨークか以外、ラーメンと寿司しか知りませんですね。その2つの食事だけわかる。その他のキャラクターは、フライドチキン、注文した多分唐揚げ。唐揚げも、ちょっと、人々は、聞いたことがあるの人は珍しい。けど、ゲームの問題じゃない。面白いと思ったね。ゲーム関係ないですね。I'm a grown up now, but I still haven't made some friends. Do I really grow up? Whoa, look, Sora's up there. Wow, he's so cool. He's able to jump with spacebar on top of the walls. So that's going to be like probably the last character that we need to talk to. Oh, there's something. Is that Sora? This looks like somebody's up. Come on. Just put it there beside me. I'm busy. Oh, also, could you tell Jill that never mind. That's the diner. So we're back where we started here. We have one more person to deliver to. We didn't really go this way. Kokoかもね。ない。どこか。Oh, this, yeah.聞いたことがある。ここも行ったことがある。どこだ？最後の。もう一回。この方向かもね。他の、 屋上？ここ？できない。他のキャラクター。あそこだ。見つかったね。よかった。けど、どこ行くね。怖かった。Country nya. Take my nya. Nya? Jill? Yeah, nya. My sushi, nya. Thank you, nya. 面白い。逆だ。どこ行くか。Just another day, another life, an ordinary hour. Lonely shed, and the bees fly, feeding the flowers. Before I moved in with Uncle, my life was a mess. I hope they accept me for who I am. Noah, help me out. Sure thing. I gotta get back to work. Also, Noah, next week is a school week. Have you prepared your bag? Yeah. No matter how hard life is, you can't say no to the beauty of it. いいね。優しいゲームね。その一人の女の子は彼女の話はとっても思ったよりとっても悲しかったね。お母さんは車の事故。だけどとても好きだった。ゲームは何かな。多分この街、とても雰囲気がいい、キャラクターが楽しい、2番目のゲームは同じ世界に、もう一つのゲーム作ったら、この同じ世界に、作ったら、他の、事情みたいですね。同じキャラクターと他の日、みたい。例えば、いつも届 届いたら、毎日、いろんなキャラクターに届いたら、多分彼らの話は変更する。何日後で。とても楽しい、街と世界ですね。もっと、もう一つのゲームみたいです。同じ世界で。And I'll say it in English too, that I think that the town and the characters that they built for this game are really they work really well. They're very strong, and I think the world is really good. That I would want to see them do if they wanted to do another game in this same world. I would love to see something where you spend multiple days, and every day maybe either there's a different thing you had to do, or maybe you're just delivering food to them every day, but then over the course of each day, the characters' stories change or something, or you hear how their lives are changing and stuff like that. I think they really have a great sort of like framework for a larger game here, because I really I enjoyed the world and the feeling of being in this game. They described it in here as delivering foods in one beautiful town. Like I think that's kind of the feeling of it, where it's like there's nobody trying to hurt you, there's no like danger, you're just like having a nice day in a nice little town with like nice people. And I think that's a very strong concept. It doesn't have to have like combat and all these aggressive things all the time. So I really enjoyed the feeling of the game, and I would like to see more of it. So thank you to the developer for making it. I just I was doing half my review in Japanese because I assumed that they are Japanese, but if not, then I'm sorry if you couldn't understand some of it. Also, I'm sorry for my not very good Japanese. ちょっと上手じゃないの日本語すみませんですね。まだ上手じゃない。けど、役に立ったらよかった。Now, ladies and gents, if you want to find this game, it is called Ordinary Hour, and you can find it on itch.io right now. Go check it out for yourselves, play it, give it a look, and let's call that an episode. So that's going to do it for today's show. Once again, I'll post the links to every game that we played on today's show so you guys can play them for yourselves. And I will also timestamp this video once it shows up on YouTube so that you can skip to when we played each particular game. Again, to all the developers who made games, great job. Congratulations on finishing the game jam. I think it's incredible that so many people are, making all these amazing things in 2 weeks. And for anybody who wants to play the game that I made, you can find it on itch.io right here. It's called Young Homer, A Storyteller's Odyssey. And this is the page for it. So you can either just search Young Homer on itch.io, or in the comments I'll also post a link to this game so that people can find it on there. So once again, thank you to everybody who created the games that we played today, and congratulations, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.